Hey YouTube, it's Mr. North 14, and today I'm going to do a 3-month update on my GE Smart Profile Indoor Smoker, or as us guys who got it early, we call it the Arden. Okay, now what I'm going to talk to you today about is just, hey, I've had it for 3 months. What do I like? What don't I like? What are some good things? What are some bad things? And I'm just going to make this real quick. Not trying to go long with this. I'm cooking some salmon today, as you can see. And I told you the importance of having and using high quality pellets. Okay, you can't use, the $15 Walmart 40-pound bag of pellets like you can outside in your pellet grill. Okay, you're gonna need some premium pellets now. They come with the Kona. You can purchase the Kona, but to me, the Kona are expensive and they don't give you a bigger bag size. So I basically have gone with the Bear Mountain. A lot of people have said that the Traeger pellets are good for this and give you a good smoke, but I go for the Bear Mountain. They're quality. You can get a 20-pound bag for about $20. If you look around, and it gives a great smoke taste. Okay, but like I said, they also say the Traeger pellets are pretty good. So the thing about the pellets is that you're only going to get a 4-hour life out of your pellets. So around the 3-hour mark or 2:45 mark, you're going to have to make sure you remember, if you're cooking something long like a pork shoulder, that you're going to have to open up that bad boy and fill that back up with pellets. Okay, because if you don't, it'll keep cooking your food and you won't have any smoke levels. So if you're cooking something long like a pork shoulder, you'll get 4 hours worth of smoke. Okay, and you won't get that 6 to 8 hours worth of smoke, or even 12 hours worth of smoke if you're trying to get to a temperature of 200, because after 4 hours you're going to run out. So make sure you keep an eye on that. Make sure you set a timer, so around 2:45, 3 hours, that you're filling that up. Okay, because you don't want to have to worry about priming this thing again and making sure you have pellets in there to actually be burned. Okay, so today, as you can see, I have salmon to the right there. I'm going to cook 2 salmon fillets today. Salmon is a preset that's already into the smoker, and the temp for it is 200. Got a cook time of about 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then you have a smoke level of 5. I have it up to the maximum level, but in the settings it's at 4. Okay, but I put it up one more time because I really like to have that smoke flavor. And again, gotta have premium pellets with this machine if you want that smoke flavor. Okay, so got my stuff ready. Remember about the pellets, the quality pellets. Remember that's 4 hours. Also remember that it's a water bin here, and it'll always remind you of when to fill it. Make sure you just fill this bad boy to the water to the first line, because if you go any higher than that, when those pellets drop in, they're going to make that water rise, and the machine will literally, give you a warning. They say, hey, you need to empty the water because there's too much water in it. You don't want to, be sleeping overnight and have a cook that's going overnight for you, and then all of a sudden your food is not done or cooked right because the water thing shut it down because it's overfilled. Okay, so just make sure that you only fill that water to that minimum line, that first line, and you'll see it if you ever decide to get one of these. Okay, so that's a word of advice for you. Also, this is the thermometer. Now, a lot of people online have been talking about and complaining that the thermometer is not giving them the right temperature and stuff like that. This thermometer has always given me the right temperature. I even did a little test to make sure that it's reading at 32 degrees. If you got ice in a cup, then that's how if you wanted to calibrate some of these ones that allow you to calibrate, that's how you would do it. So I'm getting 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So I know that it's good, it's working, it's giving the right temp. Okay, so that's not a problem for me. I don't know why these other people are having that problem, but I don't know if it's a lot or not, but it's just what I'm reading on the web. I'm hearing a lot. I mean, some people complain about that, but I'm telling you, with me, I don't have that issue. Another reason why I don't really use the thermometer is because it's huge. Okay, as you can see, unless you're cooking something big, so get these salmon, you want to put that in there, no, that's not going to work. So half of it's going to have to be out, and this thing just hangs around. It's all over the place. Sometimes it's really hard to put it in the plug after it preheats, and it's telling you to put the food in, and you got to put the cable in and all that other stuff. It's just a big hassle. So I just use the regular cook time method, and I use my own wireless uh, thermometers. It's just more simple to use, but you lose some of the features of this. Like, it's a clear smoke thing that it does, and if it knows the temperature, when it's done and it reaches temp, it clears the smoke already, and you don't got to wait the 10 minutes when you do it my way, because I have to wait 10 minutes for it to clear the smoke out. Now, it'll shut down, but it'll still take 10 minutes to clear the smoke, so the smoke doesn't get in my home. Now, that's another thing. Don't believe in the clear smoke thing, because they also say you need to rotate your racks. And this thing is very uneven with cooking. Now, I haven't had that problem, but I know some things I have to leave in there longer, because they're not cooked. So I temp and test everything that I pull out of there. But, it's a real hassle when you're talking about how this is such a small unit, but it doesn't keep all the areas around the same temperature. So if you're cooking a salmon, the front half might make it to temperature, but the back half is still not at temperature. That's the only bad thing I can say about this unit, but it cooks food deliciously. You can trust the temperature and everything, but I'm just saying that it's really bad if you're using the number 1 rack, 2 rack, 3 racks. Like the 3rd rack, say that's at the top. We'll open this up. Like this rack, this is where it's the hottest. This is where it's the 2nd hottest. And this is where it's the coldest. And you're like, why is that when the heater is at the bottom there? You know that heat rises, but in this thing, it doesn't move that heat around as good as it should. So when they design another one, which I surely will get, one of the things I want is the thermometer to be wireless, and it to give a better heat flow so that you don't have to come in and rotate your racks. So if you don't have to come in and rotate your racks, and it's blowing that air with some type of fan and that smoke around a little bit better, then this is going to be a superior unit to me, because it's so convenient. I mean, it is just beyond belief convenient. That's what I like the most about it. I haven't been outside in 3 months. For Thanksgiving, I did go outside, because you can't put a turkey in here. Now, that's the problem with this. You can't put like a brisket or something like that. You have to buy a brisket that's 5 pounds, something small, And a lot of people are like, I don't know how good a 5-pound brisket is going to taste. I'd rather have a whole one. Yeah, but you'll have to cut that mug up and put one on one rack and one on the other. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I just take things outside that I need to take outside. And on Thanksgiving, I took my turkey outside, put it on my pellet smoker. It was wonderful. But I wish I could have used this. Now, they do have a video from First Builder, them cutting the poor turkey all up into pieces and putting it in there. They did it. But I don't want to have to cut up my turkey. It's hard enough just prepping it and putting the lemons and the sauce and everything and the grease all around it and getting everything to stick on the big part. But anyway, I'm making salmon today. I'm going to show you how it looks, how it cooks. I've told you about it if you've seen other videos, when it comes on, how it sets up and everything like that. But today I just want to, again, just tell you how much I'm loving the machine. I'm like, it's not the best smoker on the market, because I miss having a smoke ring. That smoke ring tells you that you have smoked this thing beautifully. Even though the food tastes wonderful, it's nice and juicy and tender, it's still a learning curve with this. And having the uneven top and bottom and stuff, it makes it a little harder. But once you learn and get things down, or how you like to cook the favorite foods you like to eat, You're going to love this thing. Like I said, I'm at the 3-month mark now, and I'm really getting used to it, really learning how to cook with it, and really excited, to use it. I don't go outside anymore. Like I said, the last time I was outside was Thanksgiving, and that was just because I couldn't put a turkey in here. If I could, that's where it would have went. Okay. Um, the other things that I've mentioned before is that the pellets. Remember, the pellets sometimes drop. Okay. And when they do, and if you pull this out, they'll fall behind this. Okay. And so if you try to pull this back, it won't get that seal or that close. Okay, and so you have to be aware of that, because if this ain't working, this whole unit won't work. So from time to time, when you pull that out to add water, just reach your hand in the back of there. And I got a video where I show you. Please go back to that video and check it out. But just put your hand back there and just sweep it, and that'll clear some of the dust and everything out of it. Also, when you get this thing, you're gonna have a sticker that comes with it. A lot of people have been complaining, but if it's not plugged up, you can see the words on the screen, but they think it's a live screen. And so when they plug it up, they leave that sticker on there and they think their unit doesn't work. So when you get it, don't make that mistake. They say they changed it a little bit and added a tag or something to let people know to pull off the sticker that's over this, because you're going to see when you pull it out the box, you're going to see this screen glowing and light, full of light. No, that's a picture. Okay, pull off the screen, people, so you don't make that mistake and be calling GE and saying my smoker don't work. Okay, it does. Also, just remember that this right here got recalled. What it was is that they had little screws at the bottom of here that fell out. Now my first one, my screws did fall out. So hopefully the screws ain't laying around somewhere where it can kill somebody. But hurt somebody's child or something. But they did do a replacement. They replaced all the ones before they actually sold it to you guys. We are the people who got it from a Kickstarter project. So we got ours first, so we had like a lot of rough edges, and we were helping them work out a few more of their problems until at the beginning of the year they started selling it to the public. But they did a great job. They let us know. They replaced the part. Like I said, this is my 3rd unit. Okay, I had to replace 2 units. They did get me one out the day before Thanksgiving, but using it by then, I didn't use it. I just took my turkey and everything outside. I didn't try to cut it up because I didn't want to go through the little bit of setup that there is beforehand, and then find out something was wrong again. So I just said I'll leave it alone, wait till after Thanksgiving. And this one, like I said, which is my 3rd unit, works great. The first one had a Wi-Fi issue. The second one, it just stopped working. It worked one day. But like I said, they were quick to help me out, but I did have to go through a few loops because it was a new product and GE didn't know what was going on. Luckily, First Build called me and he said, I got this, I'm going to take care of this, I'm going to send you one out. But then the GE people didn't know what he said, and I made it pretty clear to him that, I've been talking to 2 different people. Can I get your name and this just in case they don't know? So I got the name, gave the guy the information he needed. Finally, they called First Build and said, yeah, we got him a new 3rd model shipping out to him because this one doesn't work at all. So they're real good and listen to you. I mean, it might be a little bit hard and you have to find the correct number for GE to talk to people. Okay? So be careful about that. Don't get upset. Keep calm. Eventually, you're going to get to an agent that can really help you, and when they do, everything will be taken care of. Now, another issue with this unit is that people are saying that they're cleaning it, and they're just using soap and water, and the bottom underneath this little black thing here that covers the heating element, that it's peeling. I haven't had the issue, as you can, I don't know if you can see, but I I haven't had that issue where it's peeling on there, but that's a normal wear and tear thing that eventually should happen, but it shouldn't happen 2 months or a month into when you got the first unit and you cleaning it, because they want you to clean it after every use, you know, and that's a little hard to do. Now they also have some white cleaning foam that they have a video, First Build does, that you can get to help you clean the insides a little bit better. I've just been using soap and water. Now as you can see, it still looks okay and good in the inside, but when it starts getting a little black and dirty, then that's when I'm going to purchase that cleaner from Amazon and start using it. But now I'm just going to keep using the soap and water because I don't want this thing to peel off. So that's pretty much of what I want to say from now. I'm going to put the salmon in, cook it up, and I'm going to show you how that looks and let you know how it tastes. This is Mr. North 14. Not really going anywhere, just going to start to cook for now. So as you can see, now it's doing its preheating. That takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And it also depends on the temperature you're at. It might take a little less. Like I'm only going for 200 degrees, so it might be less than 15 minutes. It might be like 13 or something like that, but it'll heat up to 200 degrees. Then it will beep. Now the beeping is not really loud. I wish they would do something to get that up, or I wish they would have tested that, because sometimes all the time I have to set my Alexa, so that I can set the timer so that I can remember that it goes off in about 15 to 20 minutes. So you got to be careful on that with this thing, because the beeping is not really loud to tell you when it's done preheating. Now you're always going to go through this preheating step. You must remember that. Now it is a way to shut it off. Please read the manual to make it just start into after it preheats and stuff like that. There is a way. It's in the manual. Please read. But like I said, this is something you're going to have to go through to heat it up. It's just like outside when you're at your pellet smoker. It takes about 15 minutes to rise up the temperature. Then you put the food on. And that's pretty much it. You hit start and it starts smoking, maybe about 10 to 15 minutes again into that initial cook after the preheat. It takes another about 10 to 15 minutes for the actual smoke to start. So unless you're cooking something really long, you know, you're going to get sort of a smoke tail. Like the salmon, I'm going to get sort of a smoke taste on it. And that's why I tell you, please use premium pellets. Okay, and once I put it in, we'll start it, and then I'll get back and show you the finished product. So as you can see, we're finally cooking. I'm going to turn that a little bit so you can get right there. I'm smoking. It's at 200 degrees. I got an hour and 28 minutes. It finally finished the preheat. Now it's into building the smoke. Okay, and as you can see, I have everything on the top rack because, like I said, that's the hottest. Now, the left side, the right side, in the middle one there, is because there's 3 of them. Now, that's the problem also when I tell you about the heat in there. The one in the middle might be done before the one on the right. The one on the right might be done before the one on the left. You just don't know because it doesn't distribute the heat evenly, okay? And so they say this is an indoor smoker. People, you're going to open up that door and sometimes you're going to get a little smoke in your crib unless you clear the smoke. If you clear the smoke, then you're going to have to wait up to 10 minutes for it to fully clear the chamber. Now, right now, like I said, you don't see any smoke because right now the smoke is building up. And that's going to take another 10 to 15 minutes, okay, before you actually get any smoke. That's another thing you're going to have to remember, whereas with a pellet smoker, you know, you wait that 15 minutes, it's already smoking, okay? You don't got to wait for a smoke. But here they have to, it preheats, you have to wait for it to start smoking. Just for the simple fact is you don't want to get any smoke in your crib. I don't rotate anything. I will probably get smoke in the house because I'm going to pull out the salmon when whichever salmon is done. So if one is done before two, I'm gonna pull out one first. Then I'm gonna wait till two get to temperature, and then I'm gonna wait till three get to temperature. The smoke smell lasts about a day in your home, but it's like a barbecue pit smell. It's not really a smoke smell, you know. It's like more of a barbecue pit smell. I always have my vents on. I don't have them on right now because I'm doing this video, but I'm about to go turn them on as soon as I stop this, so that it also helps if there's any smoke in the house or anything like that. Now, I've never had any smoke because I know that's in the house that's real strong, real powerful, because my smoke alarm has never went off. Now, any other time I'm using something, my smoke alarm goes off if it's just a little smoke. So that's why I know this unit is working, it's clearing that smoke, because any other time my smoke alarm would go off. This time, when I'm using this, it has never went off. Okay, I also have a purifier in here, and it'll tell if an air purifier, it'll tell if any smoke is in here while I'm using it. So that's another reason why I know there is no smoke in here. So this unit is doing what it's supposed to do, and it's trying to build up smoke now. In about 15, 20 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, it'll have that smoke in there. Okay, the food is done. I got two of the salmon out, and they're cooked to about 130. As you can see, they look fabulous. They're about 130, like I said, and like I said, I also used my wireless thermometer because it's much easier, and they're smaller than the actual temperature probe that's there. And like I said, I have three of these compared to only having one of those. Now the thing is that the system would have stopped, cleared the smoke, and let me get these if I used the system's thermometer. But by using my own wireless ones instead of the GE profile one, you know, I have to deal with the smoke. 1 and 2 was finished at the same time. The third one is going to take about a minute more. So they all got done around the same time, because these have only been done for about a minute. So that's pretty good. This is the first time that it has ever cooked 3 things together like that. But as you can see, they're beautiful. Perfect size, perfect amount. They're flaky at the top, nice and moist, all, you know, in the inside. And because I know that because I've eaten this before. So I don't have to sample these. I know exactly how they taste. But thanks for watching. That was really all I wanted to show you, just to show you how quickly it was to do the salmon. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Mr. North 14. Peace out.